Imagine having to play the game. Imagine playing video games. Okay, what kind of language we should go with? We'll go with French, France. I'll do them in order. I've done them all, I think, Fulgorn. I'm just gonna recycle them again. Haven't used English for a while, actually. Cycling means that you duplicate the weapon model and hitboxes into your hand. If you do it multiple times, you'll deal a ton of damage with just a one weapon. That's like the best and short explanation I can give you. If you want more detail, you'll have to read this like one talk that they wrote about it. What was the motivation for beginning this speedrun? Were you speedrunning Breath of the Wild before? I love speedrunning in generally. I did speedrun Breath of the Wild, but it was like a while ago. I got under 40 minutes in that for any percent. Since I haven't run it. Then for this game, I just enjoy playing it a lot, and I thought like, why not just speedrun it? I tend to speedrun any new game, especially Nintendo's AAA's. Yeah, I understand why they won't patch those glitches, Manok. Casual gamers can easily abuse that. Oh, you don't want to go find 500 diamonds? Just duplicate them. Then that kind of takes away the whole point of searching for them. You know, it's just easy money and fast for you. I'm not using duplication or any sort of glitches for my casual playthrough. I may duplicate on my casual file, but I'm not gonna keep them. Duplication glitch is just so powerful. You can just duplicate any material you have in your inventory, and you don't have to work for it. Just have one of them and that's it. And not only materials, sonar devices can be done too. Farming dragon parts in a casual playthrough is painful without tubing. You have to wait 10 minutes per dragon for a new part. Yeah. You have to wait for a new part. They changed it from the Breath of the Wild. Good evening, Rimbo. Just gotta farm efficiently. If you know the dragon patterns and you go from a dragon to dragon, yeah, then it can be effective actually. You get all the you get 3 parts, maybe 4. I don't even know does Light Dragon give you parts. I'll find out that later. If I just find Light Dragon, I mean. I wanted to test it yesterday, but I didn't find it. Combine it with other activities to kill multiple birds with one stone. Yeah. You can make it like fun farming at least. No, I don't think it will be a category Rimbo. I think they're gonna split the categories into Legacy and the current patch. I'm not too sure. We'll see. I think Legacy patch will be great. You can just run on any older patch. Then the current patch. Obviously current patch. But we'll see. Oh, French canon sounds amazing. Zelda.
Et le porteur de la lame purificatrice, Link. L'ultime espoir de Raoult. Tu me déçois beaucoup.
Is French version faster? It doesn't matter what version you're on. can't skip this cutscene. I'm just listening to these voice actings during the intro by changing the language. I'm on French right now. That's the language. I mean, the route might be just the same, Monarch, but it will be slower. You don't have more speed up food. And you can't have that many attack up food. Swedish Ganondorf. If only there was Swedish voice acting. I would like to hear that actually. Finnish will be funny. Onko tuo se miakka, joka... Okay. Seals. Onko tuo se miakka, joka sinetöi pahuuden? Swedish voice acting will be horrible. Just like any language you're native for. No, wall damage cancel is not that critical for them to fix. And if they fix that, I think they have to do something for Link's animation when he's in a rune menu or throwing animation or something. If you run in 1-1-1, you can't submit your run. I don't know. I'm running because I do like the run as what it is right now. And I just think I should keep this patch on because I might be running it in a ESA. Depending if they accept my run. And I want to showcase this run. The current patch. Oh yeah, Age of Calamity had voice acting too. Well, it was a fun game. Well, yeah, Monarch, but for speedrun, we skipped that glider. Yeah, in that case, they don't have to worry about the wall damage cancel. Yeah, lip sync is very important when it comes to voice acting any language. I did hear that, I did see that some of the voice acting for other languages didn't have a good lip sync. But that must be because they focus on English or Japanese voice acting and try to lip sync that way. Yeah, Monarch. Yeah. Thanks for the good luck, Mumu. Try to get more sonar batteries. Oh, they can't hear me. It doesn't matter. I should do lots of commentary, by the way, when I think about it. So basically the start of her run is like nothing interesting. There's like nothing to talk about in the beginning. But right after we get the Pura Pad, things will get interesting. You're gonna see me do some mid-air jump slashes. So doing the shrines in reverse order looks a fair bit faster. Kind of, yeah. And routing wise, it makes sense. You can use glider from Ascend to go to views. You can read donations for the first 20 minutes of the game. Pretty much, yeah. The first 10 minutes. So yeah, after we get the Pura Pad, we'll do some jump slashes to the little lake pond. It's faster. Hello Elizabeth, thanks for the good luck. So I need to set up myself like this, backflip, then I'll do some specific inputs to do jump slashes mid-air. Without going too much into the detail how to do it, I need to press R to start the diving animation, press B to cancel that, then I have to press attack button, which is Y button, then rinse and repeat, and that happens. I can do wall damage cancel if I had a shield. But right now I don't have it, so I can't do that. Had to use the lake instead. I pick up that frog, which I will duplicate later in this run here in Great Sky Island. We pick up this stick. Maybe the long stick too, but it's not that much needed. I just need to get a stick to get rid of that next enemy's shield and a sword, or just kill it so I get those parts as well. Then we go to the Temple of Time to actually start the Great Sky Island's story part. We get all of the abilities that are here. There is a way to cancel your running speed and actually gain some stamina back while, well, not really gain stamina back, but not losing too much. So I haven't learned it. It's not easy either. And if you happen to fail it, you just lose some time from it. So we got the shield. That will be our only shield until like much later. So that's Temple of Time split. Need to activate that. Or need to touch that to reactivate the other shrines, or we can actually get to those shrines. These parts I'll be using to play gacha. There's like a machine that will give us different Zonai devices like wings, fans, rockets. But only specific gacha machines will give you specific ones. And this one that I'm going for gives me vans, sorry. It gives me vans, wings, and one of the important ones for this route is a portable bot. Also, it's good to mention I'm on the 1.1.1 patch. There is a new patch, but it has patched like all of the useful speedrun tricks. And as a submission video, I'm just doing the commentary and showing what the run is like. I wanna do the run on 1.1.1 patch. So to kill that enemy just for that Zonai construct 4 parts, get its stick. I also grabbed these spicy peppers to make myself a cool resistant food. Because the next area we're going to is too cold for a Link to get through. He'll take damage over time. This is like the same in Breath of the Wild with Cryonis. You need to make yourself a cold resistant food. Shield surfing doesn't lose any durability if you're doing it on snow. Grass, I think, works too. Sand especially works as well. And it's much faster, because on snow you you don't run that fast. Then from here, that Sonite device is actually the batteries. That's important. That is maybe skippable, but we needed to get across this river to get to the other side. Yeah, chat, there's a gamble going on. Will I beat my time or not? We continue this path. We'll make it all the way to the Ascend Shrine. To get one of the first abilities, Ascend. That lets us to get through ceilings and ground that is above us. Very helpful to reach higher places if you're below and there's a ceiling right above you. Oh yeah, I'll definitely beat my time, yeah. Gonna get 1 hour 5-minute run. Maybe. So we climb up these. Those are rush rooms that you stop on a wall, but we don't need them because we have the frog. You'll see what I will do with the frog soon after the first shrine. Stamina management is important. Don't want to run out of stamina because you'll be walking slowly otherwise. That's important that I need to get Link jump up like that wall, so I can make it up here without starting to climb up slowly. Jumping like this is much faster, but you lose so much stamina that you can barely make these. Stamina management is important in this run. I'm running around this ledge instead of on the snow, because on the snow, like I said, you walk slowly and run slowly. So here's the first shrine. Too many believers. Yeah, Chad, you're not eating well tonight, today. I like the shrines, like how they're designed, that you go inside of them. You're going through like a dimension to get to the other place where you do the puzzles and such. So here's the first shrine. Those who don't know, that's Rauru, the first king of the Hyrule. He created Hyrule with Queen Sonia. No, that's you. Yeah. Damn, Momo. Yeah, that's you can't enter any shrines if you don't have if you haven't done Temple of Time door first. So yeah, we have Ascend. We'll just have to get through this shrine. Here he just saw me do like a quick crouch cancel running kind of thing. It's a little faster, but might be tricky to do that fast. I'm killing this construct to get the bow. I don't have to worry about killing a bow later. Change it to the Master Sword because I need to cut these ropes actually. And you have to because a stick wouldn't break them. We're in a good cycle. That's that platform right there is in a cycle. If I miss it, I will have to wait a few seconds so it moves back to the left. This is going to be a full commentary run. Yeah, I want to do a full commentary run. No matter what happens, I want to finish this run. So I have like a commentary video for the future. If I submit this to marathons, I'm planning to submit this, especially this patch that I'm on. So yeah, there's King Rauru and Queen Sonia, the statue. This patch is way more fun to watch than 1.1.2 will be. Yeah, 1.1.2, literally, those who don't know and aren't aware, and for the commentary too, everything that's being used in a speedrun are pretty much gone in the newest patch. You cannot do item duplication, you cannot duplicate weapons, you cannot do suckling, which I will explain later what it means, because it sounds like really weird word for many of you. So yeah, all of that useful stuff in speedruns are just gone in a single patch. Unfortunate, but it's understandable in Nintendo's case to patch something like duplication, especially because it was super easy to do. So from here, from Ascend, we're gonna go to that one gacha machine to get us some wings and vans and portable bots. Like I said before, shield jumping doesn't lose durability if you're on snow, so it's faster there. That chest on the right side will have a snow boots. I can have a more resistant for gold, but I don't need it after this. When I'm out of this gold area, there's no more gold areas to go through. So here's this one of the gacha machines that you can use construct parts for, or Zonai charges to get yourself some Zonai devices, which you can duplicate if needed. So we're looking for fans and wings. I got a wing and fans. They're covered, but what about the portable bot? There you go. I got one of them. That's good, because I can duplicate that. Then from here, we're gonna make our way to Diffuse Shrine, that is on the other side of the island. But fortunately, for us, there is this wing right in a good setup, right in a good spot for us to use to fly to the other side of the whole island. Though I had to be maneuvering correctly mid-air so I don't bonk all of a sudden. Ultra Shrine will be many people's first shrine to go for, actually. Oh, no. Just don't fall off. Okay, good. Ultrahand will be many people's first shrine to go for. But this route is much faster for speedrunning. I'm dropping here early because there's a blue choo-choo that will pretty much work as an enemy part. And when I have to duplicate this quickly. So duplication happens by sorting your inventory and exiting the menu at the same time. You notice I have two choo-choos, and all of a sudden I have more of the frogs by doing this. Yeah. So yeah, you can do this and it's that easy. But you have to be mid-air with the shield jumping or... with shield jumping or with the paraglider. Two different animations like that can work. And just so you know, this does not work on the current patch anymore. That is 1.1.2. I'm still on the older patch, just so you know. Choo-choos, yeah. Choo-choo. So yeah, I duplicated my frogs and that enemy part to give myself some speed up food. And when it's speed up +3, you run really fast. It's 50% more speed. Then it lasts 5 minutes. Without the duplication glitch, I would only have one frog to make a speed up food from, or I would have to grab more frogs from lakes. So this is Fuse, one of the most fun abilities in the game, actually. Though not as broken as some others that we'll get soon. This one, basically, you get to fuse literally anything you can think of as an objective into your weapons. And yeah, it has so much potential. You basically buff your weapons and make like a sledgehammer with a single rock and a sword. There's like billions of different combinations. like anything you can think of, you'll probably be able to fuse it. Not only can you use weapons, you can fuse arrows into the different materials. Okay, it did hit that. I was thinking, is it gonna drop there or not? You didn't miss on much, Pokemon. I'm just doing a commentary version of this run. We'll be grabbing these fire fruits. They'll be helpful later. Just gonna get through this through this shrine. Nothing too interesting here left. Other than this construct, Captain construct that it has an ability to fuse anything as well, just like we have. Though we don't have to fight this construct, we can skip it. And that's Fuse Shrine. From here, we'll go to Ultrahand. The third ability we're getting in Great Sky Island. I really like how Great Sky Island has been designed for as a playground, a tutorial area. You cannot warp until later in Great Sky Island. Meanwhile, in Breath of the Wild, when you do the first shrine, then you can start warping around. But in this game's case, you can't do it before you have done 3 shrines at least. So that part I just opened, you wouldn't be able to go through that without fuse ability, because there's no weapon for breaking that. You basically make your first breaking weapon for rocks from Fuse Shrine. Using the ascent to get up here because it's faster and probably the only way we can get back actually. I can't remember how you would get back otherwise. There might be a way to climb up without the ascent actually. Rauru you can see in a couple places. Rauru is like an old man of Breath of the Wild. You can just see him around Great Sky Island. So we'll break these boxes. This is actually RNG. RNG stands for... well, that was kind of bad RNG. It stands for random number generator. Basically like it's luck that whatever you get something. Okay, so I used kind of a little trick there where I walk slowly forward before I spawn a wing. And I can fly all the way to the Ultrahand. Or right below Ultrahand. And I can just use Ascend to get up to the Ultrahand much faster. Why am I here? Here is the right spot. I didn't Ascend up on the right spot, but it's okay. Before I enter the shrine, I need to use this wing with me. Using that wing to the shield gives us a little bit of extra height when we shield jump. Making it possible to skip puzzles in this shrine. I should have done that after I'm done with Fuse Shrine, but I forgot. I just learned these strats. So this is Ultrahand. Ultrahand lets you build like anything you want in a game. You attach objects into another object. You can carry items just like with Magnesis in Breath of the Wild, but this is not like Magnesis. It's like its own thing. So let's see. Let's do some skipping here. There's one skip. And there's the second, not second skip. That jump is not easy. Oh, come on. I just learned this too. There we go. As you can see with wing on the shield, it's really easy to just cheese this. Even faster with this. Oh over here. Normally, if you wanna do that, you will have to... Nice. Normally with the... Normally with the Ultrahand, you will have to build yourself a bridge to get across the first bits. Then for the last one, you'll just have to make like a lift that goes forward on its own on that railing.
Baby!
Now we have the 3 abilities. From here, we'll just go to the Temple of Time. Need to make sure we land on water. We still take really easily some wall damage. Like I said, wall damage cancel is there in a game. It's very hard, very input heavy. You have to do inputs at the right order, and if you don't do it, you'll just die. I'll be using it in this run, but I'll explain it later how it's done. In Great Sky Island, we don't need to do that. Don't worry, I'll drink water when I'm in a cutscene. So here's the 4th ability, actually. You'll be getting for your Ultrahand, for your hand. In this cutscene, you grab Zelda's hand and she gives you one of these secret stones ability, and it's called Recall. It recalls, it refers time for anything that is an object, such as those things that are spinning right now. I could use Recall on them, and that's how you solve the puzzle for this to get further. But we have Wing on a shield. I'll be skipping all that. As easy as that it is. However, if you notice that we have only done 3 shrines. We actually need 4 shrines or 4 light blessings. Just like in Breath of the Wild, you need to beat 4 shrines to get an extra heart container or stamina wheel. It's the same thing in this game too. There's a 4th shrine where we have to go to, and now unlocks the ability to warp. Before this, we couldn't warp at all. We have to warp back to the Room of Awakening. And right there is gonna be a couple of puzzles, or just one puzzle we have to go through to get to the Recall Shrine. Though that puzzle is easily skippable. You'll see soon. Hello Trip, what's up? To get to this shrine, you will have to use a Recall ability, as well as Ascend, I think, but you can just use Ascend right next to this wall that I'm gonna go for. Right here, just Ascend up. And that's it. If you wanted to do that casually, you would have to use the same thing with Recall, like in a Temple of Time was, those wheels. Now we do Recall Shrine. We just have to use Recall only and nothing else. These shrines, they're like designed the same way, like in Breath of the Wild, where that you are learning to use these runes and abilities. There is a cycle we want to follow for this shrine. If I'm slow, I'm gonna miss the cycle, but thanks to the speed up 3 food that I still have on, I'll be able to just get the cycle really easily. It's this last door that if you miss this, you'll have to wait like a few seconds before you can open it. And by opening that, you just have to reuse Recall on that. And that's the shrine. And that's the 4th shrine done. From here, I'm actually not gonna warp right away back to the Temple of Time or Ultrahand Shrine that is closer to Temple of Time. I'm gonna fall down right outside. I'm gonna go grab myself a rupee gem that I will duplicate later. Rupee, when it's attached to an arrow, it will deal lots of damage, a lot of AoE damage. AoE stands for area of effect. And when it's like that, it will burn anything that is nearby that rupee when I shoot it. And it will be helpful against final boss fights. It's here in a cave. This one is guaranteed. There's other one in other cave too, but it's not worth it to go for since we cannot duplicate this rupee later. It's guaranteed drop from this because it's a gold ore. The normal ores might drop them, but it's not guaranteed. I say might because I've had normal ores actually drop me topaz or rupee or sapphire. You're exiled. Thanks for the good luck. Did Nintendo patched all wall dam cancellation glitch? No, it's still present. It still works in that version. Alright, back to the Temple of Time. I put myself a new speed up food, since I'll be making more of them later. I'll skip the puzzle the same way like I did before with the shield. The wing shield. It's pretty fast. This goddess though statue, it will only give us a heart container. Because we need 4 hearts to open the door that is right in front of us. If you try to open a door with 3 hearts, you just won't open it. You won't die from it like in a Master Sword cutscene in Breath of the Wild. Do I think this Any Percent will get as popular as Breath of the Wild Any Percent? Yeah, I can see it happening. It's already a quite popular game to break. If you ever wonder, can you skip all this? You can actually skip everything. You can ascend up to the backside of the door without ever opening it. However, on the pedestal right in front of us, if you see the golden light there, that doesn't exist until you've opened the door. So just getting an ascent won't trigger that golden light there. So we can skip everything in a Great Sky Island. Oh, the wing shield is damaged. It's okay. Now we're done with Great Sky Island. From here, all we need to do is just go to the Hyrule Castle, at least to that what is remaining there. First we need to build ourselves a machine like this. Then we fly there. These wings are just here to help that we get forward faster. Doesn't help us with anything else really. We don't have to go get the paraglider at all from Lookout Island. I guess I can now explain that I'm skipping a paraglider. You don't have to get it to beat the game. You'll be seeing how I will make it to the final boss without the paraglider, and especially in one of the boss fights, you'll be able to see how I beat it without the paraglider. Now it's just waiting. At some point, this wing is gonna actually lose its power. It can't fly forever. For some reason, this wing likes to just lean to the right side. I don't understand why. Must be just the position with the vans. Okay, we're gonna do the wall damage cancel here very soon. It's a very specific inputs I'll have to do. And if I don't do them, I'll just die. I can't back up that then. One way you can do the wall damage cancel is like you just grab a wall, which is not a glitch at all. But grabbing a wall might be hard if you don't have like a flat surface, flat wall to go against. So let's see when I get it here. So what I did there was to open the rune menu with the abilities. And at the same time, I did a jump attack, like a little bit after I'm pressing a rune button. Once that's done, I need to open the shield menu and unequip the shield. Then I need to press the... Then I need to dive again. And that will cancel the wall damage completely. It is not as easy as it looks. Okay, we have a diamond. Let's duplicate that quickly because I need to have one of them right here. So I'll use it with this. I'll use that with the rusty broadsword that I got earlier in that island. I killed this enemy because I don't want to have it to attack me. This Boko, I'll let it damage me because I need to be in 1 health for the strats with the Knight's Halberd. So there is this Knight's Halberd that gives us Desperate Strength ability. Desperate Strength doubles your damage if you're at 1 health or less. Okay, I got lucky with the Mighty Bananas. So I got the banana there. Mighty Bananas gives us attack up food. Attack up power. Okay, did I get the... Okay, I got only that. So I'll be doing some more tubing here to give us... give myself more stuff that I need. I'm actually gonna take off this from that because I don't need it anymore. Doing this a few times to give myself enough that I need. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, and now we just have to cook everything we need. This will be backup if I need it against one of the boss fights. Cooking us more attack up food. Monster part with speed frogs. And now this, that, and I'll explain this after because this is a little difficult to talk about. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I did there is a glitch called suckling. I'm basically duplicating the weapon I'm holding in a hand. Its hitbox and models are right now in my hand. I basically have 8 of that. I basically have duplicated 8 of those spears in my hand right now. So I'm gonna deal a lot of damage. Why is it called suckling? Is because one of the person who wanted was called Swelleon, Setfleon or so. Then smuggling was a name added for that, then that's how it became a suckling. All damage cancel here once again. Then I'm gonna give myself speed up food. It's gonna be scary to go through this with just one heart, but it's okay because the... Well, I can eat myself. I can eat these. Going through this with just less than one heart is scary. At least anything that does gloom damage only takes away my like number of hearts I have overall. If I got hit by a gloom, like a rock from Horriplin, I would have only 2 hearts then left. Gloom only takes away your number of hearts you have overall, and if you hit 0, you just die. Need to grab these grease eyeballs, and I couldn't really explain what I was doing there, but I was avoiding those Horriplins by doing a certain movement. Here you see the suckling in action. That's how powerful that glitch is, and it was just patched in earlier today or so. Okay, I'm setting up myself for duplicating a bow that I see on the ground. This sword I'm taking as a backup. I don't really need it, but this bow right here is what I want to duplicate. I pause, sort my menu, then I equip one of the bows. And I drop it after that, like that. I do the same thing with the Savage Shield as well, by equipping the sword in the menu, equipping it, then just dropping it again. It's really hard to explain fast without going too much into the detail and explaining it slowly and clearly. But I'm basically doing some sorting shenanigans there, and I can just duplicate that shield into another. Okay, I'm gonna do some more duplication here in case I need some of that rupees, and I'll be needing them. I need more of the horns though. This shield has good durability, so I don't have to worry about losing it early. Okay, and now I'm gonna kill these keys that are on the other side. They're really annoying because they're ice keys. There's also ice-like likes that I have to get through. Ice keys will drop us some wings that I really want to collect. Fortunately, I can lose my heart here if I just do this quick detour like that. Just don't get eaten by a like. I'm gonna make a quick save here, just in case something goes wrong with this strat. There's multiple ways you can do this, but I like this one that Gymnast was doing in his run. By doing that, we'll avoid taking any damage. Wall damage cancel won't work too, but I thought that strat was really good, so I just learned that instead. We don't need the bow from that Lizalvos at all. These choo-choo jellies I actually need against one of the boss fights. Otherwise it's impossible to beat it. Get through this. The rocket will be using later. It will be helpful. I set up myself in this corner to ascend from that spot. It's very specific. However, there is this moblin I have to be careful of. Because it shoots really fast. I need to just freeze it quickly like that. I have this weapon that can break rocks. I'll just break these quickly to get these bombs over here. Then we shield surf down with the hoverboard that we attached to the shield earlier. I'm gonna ignore this enemy because it's not gonna be able to kill me in time when I just run through this. Unless now it can be possible because I just lost all my stamina. These Gyptos don't freeze you unlike in N64 Zeldas. You can just run past them. So we're going through the same area that we saw in the beginning. the same area. The rocket that's attached to one of the shields will be used against one of the bosses if I didn't say that. And I need to be careful to not use it by accident because just shielding will lose it right away. I'll do the wall damage cancel here. And I just failed it. I did the wrong inputs. It's hard if you don't do it right. Fortunately, there's an autosave right before this fall. So it's all good. I didn't lose any progress. I know the spots where the autosaves happens, so I can just easily try this again. You don't lose that much time. And you don't lose those suckled weapons as well. Which is great. I can't do the right inputs, man. Well, let's try again then. There is another method you can do. You grab the ball, but it's scary if you don't get it. You'll just die still. Oh yeah, I know why I can't do it. I just realized. I didn't pay attention because I was focusing on a commentary. I don't have a weapon in my hand. Because I threw it away earlier. I may have a weapon in a hand right now, but I didn't have it in my pack. The weapon in a hand is not the weapon I have equipped. I didn't open the map, the shield menu now. Now that was my mistake. What did you believe, chat? I'm doing lots of commentary. You did really expect I'm gonna beat my time, huh? Alright, let's get this for real so we can continue this game. There we go. Now we got it. No worries. After this section with the shield chirping, I'll take away that shield from the, or that card from the shield. So I won't be needing it, but I need to make sure I have everything I need against the boss fight. I'm gonna duplicate myself more of these wings just in case. Yeah, that's enough. Now fuse this with the shield, save, and we're ready to go. I'll have to do wall damage cancel one more time. And now here comes the hard part for me to try to explain. If I die during this whole section, I'll have to start over the whole fight. So I'll try to explain as briefly as I can what's gonna happen here. So I shield jump with the bomb, like in Link's animation, the same way. I kill these bokoblins quickly, then I grab this weapon that I will use against one of the bosses later. I kill all of the enemies here as well. I'm gonna grab myself more arrows. Then I will get rid of them all by killing them. I have to grab myself another one of these to just shield because I'll be using that shield jumping again. Hey, you missed! Okay, so the faster you get this done, the better the fight will be, but anything that hits me, I'll just die from it. Oh yeah, because I also died, I need to make sure I have one heart or less. Fortunately, I can do it soon. Shoot that spot, then shoot that spot. We're gonna grab this halberd quickly against the final boss fight. Oh, you did the ultimate meme exalt. Oh my god, amazing. Wasting all the points. So these Gyptos, especially the groveling ones, those who are on the ground, are scary. I have to just make sure I kill them first. Okay, let's get on this quickly and lose the heart. 2 of them. There we go. Okay, now we have that done. We just have to not die. All I'm doing here is just shooting these moblins and enemies with the rupee. So they die just instantly. That's the army phase. With lots of different enemies. But now comes the real challenge. I have to beat bosses. 6 of them back to back. There's Golgara right now, and against Golgara we don't have Paraglider. Meaning that we have to do some interesting strats against it. And it starts now. If I fail this, I'm dead. I can't do anything. Or I can just do the ball damage cancel if I'm good at it. Using the wings will make the shots go farther. And they wouldn't start falling down. That's the first phase of Golgara. Now comes the scary part. I need to hit all these shots too. That's why I cooked myself one of the foods that gives me more stamina back if I happen to fail something. Because the cutscene makes you fall from the very high up every time. So here, let's use this. No, I'm gonna use ice cube balls. Yeah, I thought so. Now I need to just wait a second here before I shoot this. And that should hit. Perfect. Okay, that was one of the boss fights. Oh yeah, so if, like I said, if you die anywhere here, you have to start over the whole fight. So I gotta be careful. Using the recall on that. To get it back up there, I'm gonna put on attack up food. And if you remember earlier what I did with the suckled weapons, well, watch how fast this boss melts. Yeah, that's very fair, isn't it? Thanks for the good luck, Kuse. That's why I suckled weapons. That's why I suckled them all. Just in case I need that. I don't think I'll need it, but it's good to have it as a backup. Just move that quickly. Climb up to the marbled Goma and just two-shot it. As like I said before, I have multiple hitboxes active in my hand when I'm using a weapon. That's why you can just two-shot these bosses. And attack up just helps it make it faster. So against this boss fight, these choo-choo jellies that I have, the water ones, without them you can't beat Magdaroth. If you don't have them, you have no way to beat it. Well, fortunately there were choo-choos right before the boss fight, or when you go underground, more and more. So that's the first phase I just did. Then the second phase is just the same thing, but there's more of these icky sticking groups. It's moving. That's Magdaroth. Easy, easy. Though now comes a little scarier one. It's a... this one is moving randomly sometimes. It's doing Gipto. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it quickly like this. And do that. Because if I let it do an attack, it'll do a tornado attack. And if that hits me, I'm just dead. These Giptos might be scary. I'll have to use Rupee if I see some of them are coming nearby me. Shoot one of these. I'm gonna shoot a Rupee here. In case I need... Yep. This is good. There we go. Now with this weapon I still have, I can just use it against Construct, and Construct just melts. Those who don't know, there's a 5th dungeon. Spirit Temple has a seized Construct as a boss fight. Spoilers now, for those who haven't seen this. And it kinda melts it. It's also a really interesting fight. Come on. Hitting it with the wall deals a lot of damage, but with suckled weapons I'm dealing a lot of damage as well. And I'm making it that it doesn't go away from touching a wall, making the fight really fast. Then the second phase is just, it has more hands, and it fuses some materials with it. My weapon broke and it shield broke, or that Lionel bow broke. And that's Seized Construct. Very fast fight. Yeah, I started using attack up food and I can just do less suckle sprinter. That's the only reason I will do that. This is Phantom Cannon. The Phantom Cannon is just multiple of them at once. Kill them all and the fight is over. Really easy and fast with rupees. There you go, that's the boss rush. Hey, it was a new gold as well. Okay, and here I can show you, I'm gonna drop my weapon quickly. Yeah, that's a lot of suckled weapons. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dupe myself more rupees. Or I shouldn't do that. That's scary. That was a little scary actually, I must say. Okay, so let's stop messing around and use these quickly. I won't be needing those anymore. Oops. Okay. With a Royal Halberd and Royal Broadsword, if you Flurry Rush, you deal more damage. That's why I'm gonna use these against Ganondorf. If you wonder why I dropped the shackled weapons, they don't work against Ganondorf. As far as I'm aware, I'm not even 100% sure myself, but I understand shackled weapons don't work against Ganondorf. Besides, when you Flurry Rush it with the Royal Broadsword and attack up food on, you can just do it twice and the fight is over. I usually like to drop all the unnecessary weapons March, so my inventory is clean and I don't have to find for the weapon that I need to use. Ooh, this was scary. I didn't intend to do it like that at all. So this is Ganondorf. Very simple fight actually. Just gotta Flurry Rush it twice, but the second phase will be even more interesting. There's Phantom Cannons, or Phantom Ganondorfs as well that I need to be aware of. And Ganondorf changes weapons as well. Come on. He either has a sword, spear, or mace. Mace is scary because it might do an attack that is unavoidable without that paraglider. But I got good luck there. That's basically all we do against the Ganondorf. Now in this cutscene, if you have beaten dungeons, all of these sages you will just they wouldn't be helping you anymore. It will be only you and Ganondorf left. Also, this cutscene is skippable. We'll have to do a Flurry Rush after Flurry Rush. That way we can damage him. Or perfect parry, but it's lower. Here's the Flurry Rush. One of them. I forced that for him to do that. The weapon broke. This is all I need. I'm forcing it again here. That was good RNG. And that's the fight then. That was a really good fight, I must say. But we have one more thing left, and that is Demon Dragon fight. Ganondorf eats the secret stone. and transforms into a dragon named as a demon dragon, because obviously he's a demon king. So we have this cutscene coming up. That's also unskippable, though you need this sword to beat the game. The game gives you Master Sword. The Light Dragon has been healing the Master Sword's decay for centuries. Zelda went back in time, ate the secret stone like it was in one of the cutscenes, and then she's been healing the Master Sword for so long, and that way we can seal the darkness. It's an amazing cutscene, I must say. You can see the decays there, like there's a glowing part, then the old part of the Master Sword. I really enjoyed this part the first time I fought this part. It was really unexpected, but also when he ate this secret stone, it kind of made sense. Oh yeah, that makes sense, but this makes it even more cool than I imagined. Okay, Demon Dragon. There are four weak points I need to just break. And after that is the head part. That's the weak point for beating Demon Dragon. There is a strat to use rupees to shoot to the other weak point. I'll be trying that and see if it works for me. I did practice it earlier, so I hope it works. And I'll get better at it by doing it more. There are 4 weak points that you might be able to see right now. They're glowing right now in the Demon Dragon's body. I need to break them all. But if I go to this one right now, I'll be able to shoot to the other one with a bow. Hit this twice, then I need to set up myself over here and start shooting this kind of direction with rupees. I'll be shooting a few of them to see how much damage I'm dealing to it. There we go, I got it. I got 2 of them. And now Zelda is gonna, or Light Dragon, is gonna save us and bring us back up. Demon Dragon is moving there, but it should move to a certain spot that I can actually make it all the way to the next weak point. That is right in front of me. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for that. If this goes correctly, I should be able to make it there before it starts moving. To know when the Demon Dragon starts moving is that the body is glowing, starting to glow. Like the dragon's horn parts especially. Yeah, it's starting to move. Yeah. Okay, I kinda messed up this strat. I'll have to practice it more. I'm getting comboed, hey. But it's okay. I'm not too sure what I'm doing wrong there. The dragon should be right above that weak point. All the time. So I'll just do this normally, how I know. And go for this one, and hope that Light Dragon brings us closer to the fourth part, or fourth weak point. Those fireballs are gloom balls. They just take away your heart container. And also, because we don't have paraglider, you actually don't take any wall damage from falling down on those weak points. It's not really beginner friendly to do a speedrun of this game without paraglider, because Golgara is kinda scary about it if you don't know what you're doing. But it's a really cool run when you know the strats. If you're about to learn this game, I would recommend you to still pick up the paraglider. And when you get better and more comfortable on fighting bosses, Golgara, and maybe learning some wall damage cancel strats, then I would suggest to start skipping the paraglider. Alright, that's the 4th parts. just gotta do one more attack to Ganondorf, or Demon Dragon actually. It should get close enough that I don't have to do anything fancy. Yeah, it's right below me now. I'm in a good spot. If not, I can do some infinite jumping quickly. But that's a good spot. All that's left is to just break the secret stone. And that's Tears of the Kingdom Any %. Timing ends after these cutscenes. It doesn't end until like a minute later. What a awesome game. I love it. On this cutscene that I'm skipping, Rauru and Sonia are working together with Link's up secret stones or so. When they combine their power, they turn Light Dragon back to Zelda. Even though the cutscene is saying you can't turn back to the human anymore. Plot armor, I guess. But this is the end of the run. When I grab Zelda, the timer ends. No matter what you do here, you can't let her fall to the ground. You are falling infinitely. Just so you know. And that is time. Yeah, that is, like I said, Tears of the Kingdom Any %. I did as much commentary as I can, explaining what's going on, and how the glitches are working, and how the route goes, and some strats for boss fights too. I hope you enjoyed it.